What's up, guys? Goldizzy here. I'm about ready to show you guys my classic collection of WCW magazine. The magazine started back in November of 1991 and it went on for a few years. I've got all the way up through 1994, so let's get right into it. Here's the very first issue. WCW magazine, El Gigante and the Steiner Brothers. The Steiner Brothers were a fantastic tag team. Without a doubt, they are Hall of Famers. Second issue right here, Total Package Lex Luger. He was the World Heavyweight Champion back in this day, and he was very awesome. Sting, next issue, United States Champion. Sting was the icon. He is everything that he says he is. He is without a doubt my favorite wrestler of all time. He was on the title hunt during this era. He was U.S. champ. Like in the WWE, the Intercontinental Championship was a stepping stone to the WWE Championship. And just like WCW, the United States Championship was a stepping stone to the WCW Heavyweight Championship. Next, we have PN News and Missy Hyatt, the Christmas issue. Missy Hyatt, classic diva, I guess you could call her. They weren't divas back in these days. PN News was the rap master. He was the John Cena of this era, I guess. He had the first ever rap gimmick, so to speak, but it was kind of shitty, to be quite honest. Next, Lex Luger, Wrestler of the Year in 1992. Or 1991, I'm sorry. This is the 91 awards. The magazine came out in March of 92. But he was the Wrestler of the Year. Very cool. Like I said, Sting was on the hunt for the WCW Championship, and they had a brawl at Super Brawl 2. Or actually, they didn't have it yet. This is a preview for Super Brawl 2, but they went head-to-head for the championship, where Sting did win. Next, the Steiner Brothers are on the cover again. They are a dominant tag team. As you can see, this is before he became Big Papa Pump. He wasn't totally jacked like he is now, but he definitely was on the way getting there. Dogface Gremlin, Rick Steiner, he always wore the classic headset wrestling gear. He didn't like the cauliflower ears, so that's why he wore them. And he was crazy. I loved his promos. He would always act crazy and stupid like he didn't know what he was doing, but it was all an act, man. He totally knew what he was doing. Next, we have the Dangerous Alliance. My favorite stable of all time. Paulie Dangerously, a mastermind. He has such a great stable. As you can see, Stunning Steve Austin, also known as Stone Cold, Arn Anderson, Beautiful Bobby Eaton, Larry Zbyszko, Ravishing Rick Rude. Paulie Dangerously always had the Zach Morris cell phone. He used this phone a lot to help his guys win the matches. This is a two-cover issue. On the other side, you got Sting's team. These guys went head-to-head at Wrestle War. And you had Sting, Nikita Koloff, Dustin Rhodes before he was Goldust, Barry Windham, and of course Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Finally, Sting gets the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. I think this is his second or third title reign. I'm not sure. Gemini, you could definitely help me out on that. But this is the July '92 issue. I love Sting. His face paint was what really got me. He had different color face paint every time you saw him. He never wore the same pattern twice. He had the beach blonde, spiked hair. He just had the whole package in my eyes. This is when Vader was getting his big push. He was dominant. He had the World Championship, and he could not be beat. And he was on top of the world, literally. Next, Nikita Koloff and Ravishing Rick Rude had a big-time feud. Two great wrestlers, and Rick Rude, man, had this United States Championship for a long, long time. Next, probably the best tag team feud I've ever seen. The Steiner Brothers and Dr. Death Steve Williams and Terry Bam Bam Gordy. These guys had some classic matches together. If you haven't seen these guys wrestle, look it up on YouTube, and you will see. This is from Beach Blast, I believe, '92, and I'm telling you guys, these guys were great. Alright, Ron Simmons, guys, this is when Ron Simmons became the world champion, I believe. He pinned Big Man Vader, became the first African-American WCW champion. Very, very cool. Next, I have Jake the Snake Roberts when he made his way into WCW for the first time. He feuded with Sting right off the bat. They had a match at Halloween Havoc, spin the wheel, make the deal, coal miner's glove match. Kind of a silly idea, but the promos leading up to the match, I think, were fantastic. Jake the Snake Roberts is the original cerebral assassin, without a doubt. Flying Brian Pillman. This quote says it all. The fans can go to hell. Flying Brian was a big-time face. He had great feuds with Jushin Thunder Liger, Seaman, Tom Zank, and when he became a heel, it's kind of shocking. Next, Battle Bowl, guys. The first ever Battle Bowl, Starrcade 92. Very cool concept. They actually gave out a ring, kind of like a Super Bowl ring, and I believe Sting won the first ever Battle Bowl. This right here is the 1992 Reader Awards, I should say. WCW Magazine gave out an award to everybody. Rick Rude got Most Hated Wrestler of the Year. Barry Windham and Dustin Rhodes got Tag Team of the Year. Most Popular Wrestler, Sting. Of course, he got that a bunch of times. Rookie of the Year, Buff Bagwell, guys. Check that out. Ron Simmons was a Wrestler of the Year. Very, very cool stuff. Ravishing Rick Rude and Medusa, these guys, these two people were a dynamic duo. She was always helping him win his matches. And this is a very cool issue. There he is, Cactus Jack. This is before he was Mick Foley, before he was Mankind, before he was Dude Love. He was Cactus Jack. Crazy, hardcore guy. He had some great matches with Sting at Beach Blast 91, I believe, or 92. Falls Count Anywhere. Very awesome. This is when Davey Boy Smith made his debut in WCW, and he still had the braids before he shaved his head when he went back to WWF. Sting. Another issue with Sting on the cover. Here's another one. This is when Sting and Davey Boy Smith went up against Vader and Sid Vicious. In fact, I think this is a dual cover. Yes, it is. There it is. They went up against each other at Beach Blast 93. Pretty good match. Ric Flair, style and a profile like he always does. Now the cool thing about WCW Magazine is that they always had a poster. Free inside you get a poster. This one in particular had the Hollywood Blondes, Stunning Steve Austin and Flying Brian. Of course, they were the tag team champions at this time. But very cool. Another issue, Sting and Vader from War Games, Fall Brawl. I love the War Games concept. 2 Titanic teams, 2 cage rings, and no escape. They need to bring that back. Halloween Havoc issue, Vader, Mick Foley, well, whatever you want to call him, Cactus Jack, another cool issue. Another Battle Bowl issue, very cool. Yeah, just going to keep on going, running out of time. Here's another issue, Fall Brawl, exclusive coverage. Here's another issue, Sting on the cover again. And here's the last issue I have. This is from March of 1994. This is the last one I get. I got Year in Review from 2003. Very cool. I got one more thing to show you guys. A very, very classic comic book. WCW's first ever comic book. Do you see that, guys? Marvel Comics. WCW World Championship Wrestling. First body slamming issue. Lex Luger. Will any man beat WCW champ? Lex Luger. I'm going to let you guys take a look at the artwork in here. Very cool, I think. Let you guys get a glimpse of this real quick. Jim Ross, Missy Hyatt. I'm not sure who that guy is, but I know that's Jim Ross and Missy Hyatt. Let you guys get a good glimpse of that. How cool is this, guys? I think it's so freaking cool. Now, I've got some WWF magazines as well. I don't nearly have as many as I have right here, but I don't have enough time to show you guys everything. There's a picture of Mark Merrow, also known as Johnny B. Bad. But I'm going to flip through these pages real quick. The Steiner brothers, Rick Steiner, there's Sting. Very cool stuff, guys. This is amazing how cool wrestling was back in these days. You know, you don't see this kind of stuff no more. Or at least I don't. But I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys see it. I'm going to flip through the pages real quick. I got a few more seconds to go. There's Ron Simmons. There's Sting again. Very cool. Yep. But that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. This was my WCW magazine and first ever comic book collection. This is Goldizzy saying, see you later, guys.